Welcome back. Hope you can hear me. It's windy out, cold. You gotta change oil in this thing. So, if you like this type of content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little bell so you can not miss any of my videos. I'm gonna get it up on the ramp and get started. Alright. Looks alright. So, what we got here, as long as the filter comes off my hand, we're good. One thing you need is I believe this is a 6.5mm Allen wrench, get the skid plate off, and a 13mm wrench. So let me get you underneath here. Alright, we'll get this thing off. Decided to do it in the driveway. What I got here is a gear wrench that I got many years ago. I think I bought these in '96 when I bought that 1S10 pickup. Due to the way the engine, the transmission was bolted, you couldn't get a ratchet, you couldn't get anything else in there. About the one thing I don't like about this truck is, I mean, the skid plate's nice, don't get me wrong, protects it, but it's just the way it's designed. I think GM could have done better than this. Okay, 3 Allen wrenches. Why they have a wrench, only one cap on here is beyond me. So let's see, get this thing off. I know the one time I did an oil change on a van that I used to have, a 98 Ford Windstar. When it came time to change oil, it wouldn't be at a worse time. I'd have about 8 inches of snow and it's like, God, I gotta change oil. I don't want to have to lay on the ground. Not in ice, I mean, come on. I don't have a garage to work in. The barn in the house, the way it's configured, you can't get a vehicle in it. So it's like an impossibility. So I have to lay on the ground to get this done. All right, that's the skid plate. So let me get my drip pan. All right, pull this drain plug out, and I don't know, for me, I don't know about any of you, it doesn't matter how much wind, I always seem to get oil all over me. It takes the same size, so let's see. Either way, I get oil on me. Now it's been a little over 5,000 miles since I've changed the oil in this thing. Make sure you get the O-ring. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That's black. This thing just turned over 200,000 miles, so it said change oil every 10,000. I'm trying to do it every between 5 and 6,000. You see how black it is. We're going to let this drain a little bit. Because I don't want the wind blowing oil all over you. I have a note on something. Past few days it's been clean. Had a lot of rain, and a lot of people, mechanics, will tell you something. Oh, you got a blown head gasket. So when you see this yellow stuff in there, that ain't the case. I'm going to tell you what this yellow stuff is. It's like kind of like pudding. What happens? The air filter gets wet, gets clogged up, starts sucking water up into the intake. There's no PCV on here, like the little valves like you see on like my old truck over here. What happens? The water comes up in here and it'll get sucked up into this thing. Now, like I said, we had a lot of rain. Before the rain, this was clean. Now I got it back. I'm going to have to change my air filter again. But we'll get to that at a later time. Oil's done draining out. Now we got to put the plug back in. I like to wipe everything down so there's no dirt or anything on it. Got a little bit trickling out, but it's not too bad. Now the hard part. Gonna get this thing tight. Make sure it turns the right way. Alright. There's the oil filter. Just make sure. Oil filter, this is where I know I'm going to get my arm. You can't see the thing. It's almost right up in here. Let me see if I can't get you up in there. It's right there. And I tell you, I get the kind with the grip on it. Because if you had a smooth one, there's no way to get a wrench on that at all. So let me reach up in here. It's still a little warm. There's no way to... Gonna have to get a wrench. So let me get the wrench. And I'll show you what I use. Okay. What I use is these little socket deals. Only thing to do is to find the one that fits. Mine's a kind of a small one. I think mine's the second one in. Anyway, because oh, the other ones are dirty. Sorry. All the other ones look like they've never been used. So you got this little thing. You got a new filter here. And it fits it on here. Just like that. So I'm going to push this up on the new one. Sorry, the old one. Try to get it off. Got ratchet and extension. Get this thing out of the way. Get this out of the way. Alright. It is a tight fit. I'm gonna have to get a hammer. All right, we're back. Okay, now this engine here, you can't use regular motor oil. You have to use a full synthetic. Whatever I get the best deal on, that's what I get. I use, well, what I got here for this time around, normally I use Castrol or Pennzoil. I have Super Tech from Walmart. This is like $18 for this 5-quart thing. Full synthetic, good for 10,000 miles protection. This one uses a 5W30. Well, they didn't have the quarts. This thing takes 7 quarts of oil. So, here I have 20,000 mile protection. 5W30. This is important, and it has to be a full synthetic. So, what we got to do now is cap off. Put it someplace where it don't get lost. Put it down there. Because if it drops down in, you may never find it. You get a funnel. I'm going to put this big boy in it first. Hope the wind don't blow it all over the place. I don't try not to pour it in too fast because it takes a little while for it to go down into the oil pan. And for as expensive as oil is today, don't want to do that. Have to excuse my ratty looking coat. I don't wear anything good when I'm doing this. Well, got the oil changed. It always pays to have good tools, and a lot of those tools I've had 20 years easily. So, got the oil change. I keep a logbook of everything. That way, if somebody asks when was the last time, you just look in the book, and it will tell you when you did it. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.